In a world flooded with survival horror games, one title stands out in 2025 as both hauntingly familiar and terrifyingly original. That game is CRONOS, the new dawn, the latest project from the acclaimed horror specialists Bloober team, best known for their work on the Medium, Layers of Fear, and Silent Hill 2 remake. But this time, they're going deeper. They're going braver. They're merging retrofuturism, Cold War dread, and grotesque science fiction horror into one-time bending, soul-harvesting experience where failure has permanent consequences, and the only way forward is through the ruins of both the past and the future. This is CRONOS, the New Dawn. And today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about this chilling new title, from gameplay, mechanics, narrative, inspirations, and more. In CRONOS, you don't just fight monsters, you fight time. You play as the Traveler, a mysterious agent working for a secretive organization known only as the Collective. Your mission? To traverse the shattered remnants of a post-apocalyptic future while diving back through time to the 1980s just before a catastrophic event called the Change wiped out life as we knew it. The future is dead, but the past isn't. Your job is to extract something called essence, the soul-like life force of people who were fated to die. But not just any people whose deaths were pivotal to history. People who never should have died. Or maybe, people who never should have lived. Each time you leap back in time, you change the course of the present. And with each trip, the line between duty and damnation blurs. The first thing that hits you about CRONOS is its aesthetic. The past timeline, the 1980s Eastern Bloc, is bleak, oppressive, and suffocating. Inspired by cities like Krakow's now a Huta district, it's a Cold War dystopia brought to life. The buildings are massive concrete monoliths. Neon lights flicker through smog. There's a sense of decay even before the end arrives. Then there's the future timeline, a grotesque, plague-ridden wasteland filled with mutated life forms and the shattered ruins of what once was. The world is broken, twisted by time and corruption. It's part annihilation, part dead space, and entirely unnerving. Moving between these timelines isn't just a narrative device, it's core to how you solve puzzles, collect resources, and survive. Let's talk gameplay. CRONOS is a third-person survival horror game with deep tactical combat. You'll wield a variety of weapons, from pistols and rifles to flamethrowers and melee tools, and every single encounter forces you to think. Here's why: when you kill an enemy in CRONOS, that's not the end. If you leave the body untouched, it can merge with nearby corpses and spawn stronger enemies. So the game introduces a chilling mechanic: you have to burn the bodies before they rise again. If you don't, and if you're low on ammo, the next battle could be your last. There's no run and gun here. Every fight is a choice. Every corpse is a risk. In the past timeline, you use a terrifying device called the Harvester. It's not just for show, this thing lets you extract essence from doomed souls moments before they die. The more essence you collect, the stronger you become, but there's a cost. With each extraction, the Traveler begins to hallucinate voices, whispers, visual distortions. The line between reality and madness begins to fracture. Are you helping the future, or stealing its soul? The deeper into the story you go, the more complex the moral decisions become. You're not just surviving, you're choosing who dies, who lives, and whether you're becoming the monster yourself. But CRONOS isn't just combat. The game is filled with temporal anomalies, rifts in time that affect gravity, shift structures, and force you to solve puzzles across timelines. In one scene, you might need to cross a collapsed bridge in the future, only to travel back in time and stabilize it before it was destroyed. Or you might explore a derelict apartment, find a hidden diary in 1984, and use that info to navigate the mutated ruin it becomes 40 years later. Time isn't just a story tool, it's how you play. And the results are stunning. Visually, CRONOS is unlike anything else. Bloober team has created a world that feels oppressive, dense, and lived in. The retro 1980s aesthetic is not just nostalgic, it's authentic. The signage, the fashion, the architecture, everything screams Cold War Poland. And in contrast, the future timeline leans into body horror, sci-fi anomalies, and surreal, alien landscapes. The creature design is pure nightmare fuel. Grotesque hybrids of bone, flesh, steel, and time. Some enemies are half-human, some completely alien, and some not even explainable. CRONOS draws heavy inspiration from works like The Thing, Silent Hill, and 12 Monkeys, but gives everything a unique, almost philosophical visual identity. Just like in Resident Evil, you'll have a tight inventory system. Every bullet counts. You'll scavenge parts, craft tools, and find upgrade stations where you can enhance your gear. There's a survival layer to the game, finding healing items, customizing weapons, managing light sources. Every choice adds weight to your survival, especially when returning to more dangerous areas through previously visited time zones. So what inspired this blend of horror, time, and tragedy? The developers at Bloober Team cited several major influences: Resident Evil 4, for its over-the-shoulder tactical combat; Dead Space, for the dread-heavy environments and grotesque creatures; 12 Monkeys, for its time-travel narrative complexity; The Thing, for body horror and the paranoia of who or what your enemies really are; and Dark, the German series, for its emotional take on cause, consequence, and loops in time. What sets CRONOS apart is how it doesn't copy these, it combines them, reshapes them, and adds its own haunting soul. The first 10-minute gameplay trailer told us a lot. The opening moments show the traveler exploring an empty stairwell. Lights flicker. Distant screams echo. We see her use a platforming tool to traverse a floating structure, time particles swirling in the air. Soon, combat begins. She takes down a mutant with a shotgun, but forgets to burn the corpse. Seconds later, 2 more enemies appear and merge with the body. Suddenly, she's facing something far worse, a crawling hybrid that spits acid and rips through walls. Later, she accesses a time rift and enters the same area, decades in the past. The lights are warm. The world is whole. But death still lingers. She finds a man moments from dying and must decide, extract his essence, or let him live? The entire sequence showed off slow, methodical movement, incredible lighting, deep immersion, and unsettling sound design. CRONOS, The New Dawn is set to launch in late 2025, though no exact date has been confirmed yet. It will release on PC, Steam and Epic Games Store, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S. There's also a physical edition planned via Skybound Games for console players. So far, no mention of older consoles or cloud platforms like Switch or Luna. CRONOS, The New Dawn is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious horror games in years. It's bold, it's smart, and it's weird in all the best ways. Bloober Team seems ready to evolve from psychological horror to full-on survival dread, and CRONOS might be their masterpiece. If they stick the landing, blending the timelines, combat, and morality into one coherent experience, this could be the next-gen spiritual successor to Dead Space and Resident Evil alike. So the question is, are you ready to rewrite the past to survive the future? Let us know what you think in the comments. Are you hyped for CRONOS? Do you think Bloober can pull it off? And which timeline are you most excited to explore, the bleak future or the tragic past? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the deep dive, subscribe for more upcoming horror coverage, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next chapter in survival horror gaming.
Seems suspended between space and time.